great block on the three-pointer, and the Fortress erupts in.
We are back, and we are here for another episode of Cavs Corner. As always, I'm your host, Ashley Zalek, and I'm again joined with
Matthew Suter.
Let's jump straight into COVID-19 restrictions. As you can see, masks are still on. You do have to wear them whenever you're within the facility, unless obviously you're playing, coaching, refereeing, but that's only when you're on the court. So if you're heading to your court or going to the bathroom around the facility, anything like that, you do have to wear a mask. As always, check in using the QR codes provided. And for spectators, we are allowing one spectator plus dependents for every participant. And hopefully that rule's not in for too much longer. It is Wednesday at the moment, so those rules could change by when this goes out on Friday. We're hoping it doesn't. We are looking good at the moment. But again, that's one spectator plus dependents. So you don't have to leave your kids at home or your siblings. You can bring them down with you, which we know was a bit of an issue last time. So we've managed to squeeze that one in this time.
Beautiful.
So in terms of development programs, we had the Girls Rule Clinic that was supposed to run during lockdown. Unfortunately, we couldn't run it because of the lockdown. We have turned that into a school holiday clinic. Now, that is still free. It is next Tuesday, the 6th of July. It's at Canberra College. If you do want to register, jump on the link that we've chucked down there. Again, it is free. All the information, the time and everything is on the website. But again, if you do currently play basketball, you can't do that one. So that is just for new girls that don't currently play that are looking to give basketball a try. If you are looking for something to do, though, and you do currently play basketball, we have our holiday clinic. Now, we had a clinic yesterday. It was one of the biggest clinics that we've had in a while. Everyone seems to be itching to get back on the court. That is on the 6th of July as well, and that, again, is at Canberra College. That's $40 per person. And I believe check the website for the details, but I believe that's at 12 p.m. till 2 p.m. So that's a 2-hour clinic, $40 per person. Jump on board. Itching to get back on the court? That's the best way to start. And next, Term 3 Domestic Academy registration. So now it has become quite a popular program. Mitch's hands are full with this one. So they have broken it up into 2 different classes. For ages 8 to 12, those will be on Monday at Canberra at 5:30 p.m. For ages 13 to 15, those will be on a Friday at 5 p.m. here at Casey Stadium. So if you're looking to improve your skills or even chuck in a little bit of extra work before the representative tryouts, come down, check that program out. Let's talk about the referees, Matt.
Cool. So we've just had our new beginner referee school come out. So there's going to be some new people around the courts. They'll be wearing a green shirt or a white shirt. Let's just show some respect for them.
Yeah, they're learning. I mean, you and I have both refereed. I'm sure many of you have refereed that are watching. It's a hard gig to get into at the start, but once they find their rhythm, they'll be up and running. So, yeah, show them respect. Treat them how you'd want to be treated. And that goes for all referees. That doesn't have to be just for the learners. We know that, without referees, we can't have our game. And we know we say that about the players, and we say that about the scorers and about the coaches. It takes a lot to put this game together. So if we all work together, we can achieve some pretty cool things. Junior Cavaliers. So, obviously, there's been a big break.
Yep.
I think we had one game on the Friday night, and then we had training on the Sunday, and now it's school holidays. So they're on break again. But Cavaliers Advantage, that program for registration is now open. Under 12s and 14s, that's at 4:30 p.m. 16s and 18s is at 5:30 p.m. That's at Canberra College, and it starts Monday the 19th of July. So check Team App to register for that one. It does cost money. I believe it's $150 for the term, and that's 6 classes. So, but yeah, head to Team App for the Junior Cavs because all the information is on there and how to register. Let's check in on the Guzman Gomez Senior Cavaliers. So obviously, we had a break for a little bit because of the lockdown, so we missed rounds 11, 12, and 13. At the moment, the season goes to round 18. We are going to have rounds 19, 20, and 21. The format's changed a little bit, and the fixture for those rounds 19, 20, 21 will change a little bit. For the most part, they'll stay the same. They did jump back on court on the weekend. The senior men and the senior women, they travelled out to Wyndham to play the Devils, and they both picked up wins. So that's big for their ladder prospects and finals push. The youth men, again, I don't know how many teams are in this comp. I feel like there must be heaps because they feel like they're playing 2 games a weekend every weekend. So they, unfortunately, at home on Saturday night to Geelong, they lost, but they picked up a win on the Sunday against Sherbrooke, and word has it there was a bit of beef on that game, so there's a tight contest. So if they face each other again, that's going to be an exciting game to watch.
Yes.
And the youth women who played on Saturday night here, they unfortunately picked up the loss to Bulleen. Let's quickly talk about this weekend's game. So there is only one game here at the Fortress this weekend. Sunday afternoon, the youth men take on Camberwell Dragons. The youth men currently sit on top of the ladder, so they're playing some very good basketball at the moment. We highly recommend you come down, and even better, free entry. It's the middle of school holidays. It's only one game. Sunday, 1 p.m. here at the Fortress. We do have COVID capacity limits, which I believe is about 190 people. but it's free entry, so school holidays we see a bit of a lull in the crowd. So if you're looking for something to do, come down, support the youth men. They'll really appreciate it and get behind them. Let's talk about our players in focus. So let's start with the championship men. Matt, who have you got for your player in focus?
All right, so my player in focus for this week for the championship men is Calvin Enge.
Calvin Enge, tell me.
So, look, he's an energy player, brings physicality and strength to the team. It's his first game back since he last played Wyndham in round 8. On the weekend, he played 31 minutes, had 13 points, 9 rebounds. And Ash, I know you love this stat. He had 22 in the plus-minus category.
I do like that stat. So you're telling me he played Wyndham, and then he hasn't played again. Now he's played Wyndham again.
Yeah, that's right. Well, obviously, we had the lockdown and everything.
Easy scout report for him. He's the same scout report as the time before, you
That's
would
right.
think.
You hope so.
Between the lockdown and everything, so that's a good one. I've gone with Keith Robinson. So on the weekend, he had 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals. He's stepped up in his roles. His role's changed a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Ben Gaspar, as we know, unfortunately, he returned to Western Australia. All the lockdowns, all the COVID, his family's there. He's a young guy. So he's headed back to Western Australia. We wish him all the best. But that's given some room for Keith to step up into a new role, play a bit more minutes. I think he was averaging around the 10-minute mark, and it looks like since Ben has departed, that's gone up to above 20 minutes. And you know what? It's showing on the stat sheet. He's working hard everywhere. So, Keith, keep up the great work, and I look forward to seeing more of your basketball.
Amazing. Tell me about the championship women. Who's your player in focus for that one?
So I've gone with Sarah Parsons. So, I know we talk about Rachel and we talk about Sharisha a lot. They're the big stats winners. Sarah on the weekend, she had 5 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal in a game where I believe they won by double digits, but she had plus 25. That was the biggest plus minus. I love that stat. She had the biggest plus minus on the court. So that just shows 5 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. There's a lot of things you can do on the court without putting the ball in the basket, and she was working hard at both ends of the floor. Who have you got?
I've gone for someone who we haven't seen since round 1 due to an injury, Taylor Lee.
Yes, she's back. She's back.
We haven't seen much of her this year, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But she scored 14 points on the weekend in her return. And I think she's going to be one of the ones to watch in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think she's going to find. She had some very good form. I think was it round 2 she got injured. Which round did she
Pretty sure it was round 1.
Round 1 she got injured. Well, she was playing bloody good that game.
Mm.
I think, remember statistically, she was closing down the 30-point mark on that game. So, yeah, I think she's going to really, really step it up. Youth men, so they're flying at the moment. It's hard to pick a player to talk about when a team's doing so well at the moment. They've got 2 losses for the whole season, sitting on top of the ladder. I've gone with Kobe Miles. So they played 2 games the weekend. Unfortunately, as I said, they did have that loss, but they did pick up a win. He was consistent across the weekend. He had about 10 points, 5 rebounds each game across 24 minutes. So that's pretty consistent across both games. Like I like that. I like a player that puts the same work in, each week. It's not up and down, not a bit of a roller coaster. And I think once he finds his rhythm from behind the arc, he'll be cooking up a storm because, he had 10 points, 5 rebounds a game. He wasn't great from behind the arc. So I think if he knocks down 1 or 2 more of those a game, then he's going to be breaking down that 15 points, and that is a real threat.
That's right. Well, I've gone a relatively new youth league player, Blake Shanklin.
First game of the year.
First game of the year on.
I should say first games of the year on the weekend.
Obviously, he played the Saturday and the Sunday. On the Sunday, he played 14 minutes, had 5 points, 5 rebounds. Look for him to make a real impact off the bench in the next couple of weeks, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially, VNPP kid, he's up and coming. If he sticks around for a while, if he doesn't go to college or anything like that, I think he's going to be featuring the men's team in the next couple of years. So he's a very exciting player. Who have you got for the youth women there?
I've gone at Dakota Crichton.
Yeah.
Come off the bench on the weekend and top scored for the youth women, which is fantastic to see. She's explosive, energetic. Look for her to lead the scoring in the next couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah. She's another young player. I believe she's part of the VNPP program. So that's the Victorian National Performance Program. So they're athletes that have been identified as potential suitors to be part of the Australia program. So that's an unreal stat for both of those kids. And we look forward to seeing that. And she does play in the women's team at the moment. She does both. So she's already starting to merge that gap. I've gone with Rebecca Peacock. All right, so she had 8.6 rebounds and a steal. In a 17-point loss, her plus minus was only -1. So, she was quite productive on the court as a group. And she's played a couple of different roles this season. I think she's starting to find her feet in what she's doing, and it's the best time of the year to do it as we head towards the pointy end of the season. So I think if she sticks fat at this one, then she's going to be looking good going into the finals. So let's hope they make it and she can really perform.
Amazing.
Let's talk about the highlight of the week. So the highlight of the week, what we've done is we've gone for Rachel Bell's entire second half. Now we say that because if you haven't kept up with the team over the weekend, she had 3 points to the half, which she'll admit that wasn't the best first half of basketball, but she proceeded to have 30 points in the second half. She had 13 in the third quarter and 17 in the fourth. And when the game's on the line, you step up like that. She had 33 for the game. Absolutely unreal. She was everywhere. Finally, winter merchandise still on sale. There's more stocks come in. We are a bit short on the hoodies, but word has it, there's a new batch coming in today or tomorrow. And tracksuit pants, we've had some more stock in over the lockdown. So if you're looking to get your hands on either of those things, now's the time to put the order in. You can head to www.kcbasketball.com.au to put the order in. Lastly, we just want to thank our sponsors who've got Illusion Gas Log Fires, keep warm this winter. Guzmani Gomez, Fast Food Your Mum Says Yes To. Carlisle Homes, Build a Better Home. Mog, Keep Smiling. And Cheeky Goose Cafe down in Cowes, Phillip Island. They've been hit hard during the lockdown, so if you're heading down that way, support them. Go grab a drink, have a meal. And, if you come down to a game, half-court shot. Win a $100 voucher if you hit the half-court shot. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the first podcast back now with no more lockdowns. Hopefully, we'll be back every week. So good luck to all teams this weekend that are playing, and enjoy your school holidays. We'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
And the fortress erupts here.
Hold up. No.